Hello, welcome everybody. Welcome back. I think last time we left off, we were collecting food items for people. I don't know. We're trying to get to Titan, and these people are doing this meaningless task BS. So let's continue with the meaningless tasks, shall we? Alright. A shame we did not meet when I was still in the company of heroes. You would have made a fine recruit. But no point dwelling on what cannot be. You have a Welwick worm to hunt. Sandworms slither brazenly across the desert ruins, but Welwick worms are far fewer in number. Rarity breeds demand, and so their meat is highly prized as a delicacy. The only way to catch your quarry is to entice it with something it cannot resist. These worms prey on the smaller creatures of the Saguli. A freshly slaughtered angler carcass would be my choice of bait. There is an area teeming with anglers to the east. I will mark it on your map along with the location where Welwick worms are most frequently sighted. Be warned, the blood will drive the worm into a feeding frenzy. If your skills are lacking, it will devour you as well. Okay, well, it's not gonna devour me because I'm overleveled. Okay, get on my mount. Oh, I need to feed my chocobo. I'll feed her in a sec. If you don't know or haven't noticed, when you feed your chocobo, just so greens, they, it, like, gives them 30 minutes on the timer, and whenever, you do it again, it gives them 60 minutes, but you can't go above 60 minutes, so you can feed them twice in a row and give them an hour, but otherwise, no. Alright, killed the angler. We're good. Place the carcass. Yeah, I am. Okay, so we gotta place the carcass of the worm in the Welwick worm territory. That must be this little shiny patch. Huh. Watch it be this massively huge thing. Huger than the other thing we... Nope, it's about the same size. This place is teeming with giant... what are they called? Something worms? No, sandworms. You know, I'm not actually that much over leveled at this point. Seeing as this is a level 31 quest. And these anglers are level 32. Shouldn't be too long before I reach Corthus, which is where I'm going to start training up on my my Dragoon skills. So that should be exciting. New class quest stuff. You look well. Have you caught your quarry then? Your skills as a hunter rival those of our best. I applaud your success, Avistrom. The meat will need to be heavily smoked before I ship it to Westgate. Worry not. You have my word that you will receive it in time for the banquet. You must be eager to attain the third ingredient. I regret to say that I know not of its location. For the nonce, you should return to Costa del Sol and seek Westgate's counsel. Oh, but hold a moment. Since you will be meeting the captain again soon, there is something I would like you to deliver to him for me. Okay, so let's go with this one since it's... Actually... Yeah, let's go with this one since it's any Disciple of War. Awesome. The captain was always fond of this Brandywine. Brandywine? I would be grateful if you could deliver it on my behalf. I was a reckless youth, angry youth when I first joined the company, and he would have been well within his rights to cast me out. Everything I have I owe to his wisdom and generosity. Westgate was a firm yet fair teacher, an expert molder of men, and I would suspect that is still the case now. Please give him my regards, Englishman. Okay, so I gotta go back to not Limsa, what am I talking about? Costa del Sol, I believe. Unless he moved around, which I should probably check, but I doubt he moved around because all NPCs just kind of stand in one place until the cutscene happens. No, look, I was right. What is this sign? Nope, I don't know what that says. Nope. Well met, Avistrom. Londonel and Uod Noon. Londonel and Uod Noon both spoke highly of you. What brings you here today? Brandywine. Oh, my favorite. I shall have to thank the Noon personally. Now, you have but one ingredient left. Fortunately, you will not have to travel to Aldenard this time to obtain it. They're all worse, so I'll just get money. Truth be told, I never intended for you to collect this last ingredient. Brayflox, my old quartermaster, wished to bring it to Costa del Sol herself. However, not long ago, she sent word that there's been some trouble at the long stop, and that the delivery would be delayed indefinitely. She told me nothing of the incident itself, but I fear the situation may be dire. While I would like nothing more than to aid her myself, I have no choice but to turn to you and your allies. Make haste to Hidden Fall Docks, and speak with Ozun Nazun. He will direct you to Raincatcher Gully, where Brayflox and her people have made their home. Okay, so this quest leads to another dungeon. So we are about to have another dungeon, which is always exciting. I like that the name of this quest is the things we do for cheese. I do a lot for cheese. Okay, so I have to run on my mount because I forgot to attune to the wine port. The wine port aetherite last night. Should have. I'm silly. Been forgetting to do that a lot lately. Forgetting to attune the aetherites. What is wrong with me? And some kobold. Later in the game, you like see more and more beast tribes pop up, so like more and more of these tribes of like random enemies and stuff, you end up like finding out more about them and stuff. What's the hurry, venturer? Huh? Something happened over at the Gobby settlement? I don't know why you're so eager to help a bunch of beastmen, but go and talk to the skipper over yonder. She'll ferry you to Raincatcher Gully. Oh, it turns out I needed to not have that teleport anyway. We're going to Braincatcher Gully. Are you coming along? Yes, take my money. Okay, so Brayflock's long stop is over there, but before we go over there, I'm going to attune to the Aetheryte, just to make things easier for us. Oh wow, it's already 150. For some reason, I thought I started this stream at like close to 1, but like I was almost 40 minutes past. The fabulous town of Wineport. There's almost nothing here, and yet it's so beautiful. Alright, back in the jungle. We were just here. I really could have just waited until this moment to do those hunting log stuff, but I decided to, you know, do the long way around. Why in the world do I do something sometimes? Alright, so personally, I don't like this dungeon that much, but they might have changed stuff. They seem to have changed stuff in most dungeons, so new experience again, I guess. Tongue flaps of whisket be reaching ears of Blayflocks. Uplander is come for tasty fresh gobby treats, yes? Quest prize of Uplander deep in Longstop. Flighty beast chased Gobbyflock from homes. Gobbyflock needs goodly Uplander, give safety to Longstop with much hand-lending. Okay, let's do it. NPCs. I've noticed that they seem to be the same characters for the duty support. But like their appearance changes over time, which is really neat. Okay, let's do this. Things we do for cheese. Brayflock's long stop. Okay. We're just gonna pull these enemies up towards these enemies. Oh, it didn't work. Oh. I realized what I did. Okay. So this is why I'm fighting with NPCs, because goodness knows, I'm terrible sometimes. I forgot to put on my stance, so they weren't actually attracted to me. Gosh. Okay, so apparently the healer is way too weak to actually be able to handle multiple mobs, unfortunately. So you gotta take this slow. Alright, let's go slow then. I doubt there's a lot of people who actually use these because of how slow this ends up going. I think even the DPS have like weaker offense too, which is wildly unfortunate. They should actually make these characters fight like people. Alright, let's go this way. Yeah, okay. Need a long stop ally, this must be it. Gobby flock in danger. Uplanders take gate key. Open head gate. Okay. That is over here, I think. Big tree in the way of my camera. So like, in the much later expansions, the Shadowbringers and the Endwalker expansions, they actually make it so that there's when you do NPC dungeons, they're called trust dungeons for the later stuff, but when you do those, you actually fight alongside the story characters, which is really exciting. I can't wait to like get to do that. This healer's terrible though. Goodness. Almost died on like normal mobs. Right. Technically I could use some potions and save myself in those situations, but like, I don't know. I have the healer, I shouldn't be dying. Oh. Okay, give me just a moment. alright. That was a, just a pharmacy call, so not that big a deal. Okay, awesome. Down you go. Longstop greatsword, huh? Interesting. Now I would pull this one over those three, but I don't know if my healer can handle it, so I'm just not gonna do it. The beauty of doing this, though, is that I get to explore, and if there's dialogue, I get to, you know, read the dialogue. But literally, if any of this was done with human players, everybody would just need you to, like, skip through everything, which is kind of unfortunate. But I guess that's why they added these things. A lot of people expect you to skip the cutscenes while you're in the dungeon and then watch the cutscenes later while you're in the in-room, which you can do. But that's just kind of lame, isn't it? Like, that's just, it's a subpar way of experiencing story. A lot of people don't play this game for the story, so a lot of people don't really understand why people feel that way, but I wish that the NPCs that you fight alongside, though, I wish they had names instead of just like Scion Conjurer. I was on a thread not too long ago that people were saying that like we should just like unofficially give them names. Well, if I had like more people talking in the stream, like I would actually open it up to discussion, be like, hey, you know, what should we name these people? It's just me. I'm just gonna name the conjurer. Let's see, Bob. Yeah, Conjurer Bob. So, the new games for PS Plus dropped, and me and my partner, we're kind of excited about them. So we're gonna try playing some of them later today, I would think. Alright, next boss in the Inferno Drake. As opposed to the Inferno Josh. Oh, that's another thing about these NPC party members, is that they just do limit breaks whenever they feel like it. Uh-oh, there's more. Who is this fighter? Oh, it's Brave Logs. Okay. That's cool. This one honestly just having a bunch of health. He's just a damage sponge, that's all he is. I mean, I guess you could say the same about me. Probably what the enemies are thinking. Why does this guy have so much health? Alright. Treasure. What's in it? Battle Mage's hat. Something that I'm not gonna wear. Okay. This could be a problem if my healer isn't very good. Hopefully it will take care of these Surf Fs, but these Surf Fs do a lot of damage. Yeah, it looks like he's able to keep up, so. As long as I don't pull another bunch of them. Run this way. I'm not going to explore around these waters. I'm not gonna do it. Because I remember at one point when I did try to explore in the waters, I ended up like pulling a bunch of enemies that I didn't want to pull. And like it's easy to pull things in. Unless they took away a lot of the enemies, it kind of looks like they took away some. If that's the case, I mean, it looks kind of open over there. I might explore over there. Yeah, you know, there used to be like a ton of creatures in these waters, and I think they're all gone. They probably saw how many people were just like dying like suddenly when they came into this area and stopped that. Interesting that there's nothing over here. Let's see, there's something over here. That's very interesting. I wonder why they have these areas here if there's nothing in them. Alright, let's kill these guys. Oh, don't look at it. Oh, I was outside of the AoE. I saw an AoE flash for like a split second, but like, I wonder if somebody stunned the person, monster or whatever. Alright, Hellbender, let's do it. Uh-oh. Got a bubble on him. Somebody save him. I have to keep my focus on the monster. That bubble deals damage over time, I believe, and also kind of prevents you from being able to make any actions against any other creatures. So it looks like the AI are smart enough to know that they need to take care of that. Oof. Okay. Big old dragon. Out of nowhere. Okay, I can't target him anymore. Ayatar. I guess that's his name. Let me check my character, see if I can equip anything. I can! Oh yay, that looks nice. I like it. Oh, I thought that I was like near like the end of the dungeon, but then I forgot about all of this. Oh. Bunch of small pools. But honestly, they changed so much that I kind of like, if I'm going to do this stuff with people at any time, I kind of need to do it with NPCs first, because, like, the tank kind of leads the party around, and since I've forgotten a lot, or they've changed a lot, I kind of need to run through it without having people relying on me first. Because, I mean, what happened when I came here? Like, literally, we died 2 times in a row. Right as soon as we showed up. Okay, excellent. It's over there. Looks like nothing. Why do they do that? Why do they have these sections of the map where there's just nothing there? Like, maybe they planned on adding stuff later? I don't know. Is there anything down there besides enemies? Doesn't look like it, so I'm not going down there. Well, actually, I want to, like, map out the place. There you go, it showed up. Oh no! The enemies caught my other ally. No, that was not my full sneeze. That was a tiny sneeze that held most of it back, so I did that for you, okay? Okay. So that was a waste of time, peoples. Alright. Defeat Ayatar. Alright, let's do this. Hopefully my conjure can keep up. Try to stay outside of poison though. It makes like these big poison pools, so we'll see. We might not do it anymore for all I know though. Oh. Oh no, he makes slimes instead? Oh wait, no, those aren't targetable. Oh, that's what he does instead. Okay. That makes more sense, honestly. I like it. But I don't know if my conjure can handle it. I just stay away from everybody when this happens. Hey everybody, stay away from those things. I think it still hit me. We'll see if he actually doesn't do the pulls in just a second, because at like, I think around halfway point, he starts making the pulls around his feet. And it was always really annoying, but maybe he just doesn't do it anymore. And if so, that's great, because that was the most annoying part about this boss. Yeah, he doesn't do it. Sweet. I've noticed that a lot of the while they were very interesting mechanics, they did make things very annoying in boss fights. So like, they were interesting, but they were annoying. And I feel like because of a lot of this annoying stuff is taken away, kind of makes the fights a little less interesting. But I don't know, like they're trying to be considerate, I think. Alright, I leveled up. Does that make me 40 now? Or just 39? I don't remember. We'll see. Yay, he's so happy. Yep, I'm level 40. Pretty awesome. That means that I can collect my next class quest. Which is actually in the same location, I do believe. So, that's actually kind of convenient. Alright, Brave Flocks, what's up? Psh. Goodly Uplander has stinks of gobby flock. Flighty beast was tricksy foe, but Uplander outwitted with plans making. Uplander has goodly head for fighty think. Brave Flocks happy gives tasty fresh gobby treats to clever Uplander. Cheese is stinky sweet gobby treat. Special make with secret gobby hearts. No party complete without gobby gouda. Brave Flocks everything. Okay. Okay, stinky cheese. Stinky. I wonder what Goblin Gouda tastes like. I wonder. Me and my partner, we we used to do like a lot of like buying random cheeses from stores just to like taste them and stuff. It's really, really fun. It's just like, what does this taste like? Ooh, it's very salty. This one tastes like socks. Oh wait, I could just teleport, couldn't I? Yeah, let's just teleport. Alright, let's feed my chocobo real quick. Perfect. I gather you solved Brave Flox's little problem. By the gods, that unholy stench. This is... oh, definitely goblin cheese. Judging from the smell, this should be quite flavorful. How's it made? It's best to remain ignorant of such things. I still remember when I learned what kind of milk they use. Ooh. Okay, so no, I would not like to try Goblin Gouda after hearing that. No. Bravo, Everstrom. Thanks to you, our guests shall be honored with a marvelous banquet. But what good is an exotic feast without an equally exquisite aperitif? I do not know that word. Luckily, I know just the person to ask. Make your way to Wineport and seek out Shamani Lamani, another former member of the company. All you have to do is give him this order slip. He'll take care of the rest. Oh, and if you're wondering if this is merely a ploy to test your patience, I assure you I do actually need that wine. And while you're there, give Shamani Lamani my regards. Shamani Lamani. Love that name. At Wineport, right? Yeah. Since I got to teleport, this makes it easy. I thought that the whole gathering food item stuff was over, but seems I was mistaken. Sweat, crime, and blood. You reek of blood. An adventurer, unless I am mistaken. What brings you to Wineport? An order? Let me guess. A request for the finest vintage I can muster. This paper smells of loam and perfume. Costa del Sol. And there's also the unmistakable odor of goblin cheese. Yes, Master J.T. Ruju would not settle for anything less than the best. This Weitz and his crew must be quite busy preparing an exotic feast, hence his decision to rely on an adventure. Oh, but perhaps you are confused. This display of deduction was not intended to impress you. When one loses his vision, he is forced to compensate in other ways. But you've no interest in my affairs. You wish only to discuss the wine, I suspect. Life can be so delightfully unpredictable. I always had a passion for wine, but it wasn't until I was forced to retire that I could pursue it as more than a mere hobby. Wouldn't have been possible if not for the savings I amassed during my time as a mercenary, of course. Say what you will about the nature of that work, none can deny that it pays well. Oh, but you grow impatient, and Whisket must have his wine. Herein lies the problem. Nothing in my possession is of sufficient quality for this occasion. The best vintages in town are hoarded by Bierglint, who owns and operates the largest winery in Vilbrand. Somehow I doubt he will be receptive to your request, but given these circumstances, we must needs beg his assistance. Goodness. Okay. Let's talk to him then. Bierglint. What rank amateur bottled this wine? The impurities have rendered it nigh undrinkable. Dismissal is too good for the man responsible. He should be made to drink every drop of this polluted swill. What is it? I am in the middle of an important discussion, and I do not care for interruptions. That neophyte Vinter bid you speak with me? Ha. Neither you nor your friend has the palate to appreciate the subtle qualities of my private stock. I would sooner serve you Gobu urine than sell you my worst vintage. Begone from my sight. Rude. How can you put down somebody from the company of heroes like that? I take it he said no. Really, in those words? Well, I cannot say I'm surprised. While there's no denying his passion and skill, the wine baron of Limsa is not a man known for his tact. Very well. We shall have to take an alternative approach. There is a chance, however small, that another resident of Wineport can furnish us with a suitable wine. In fact, had you come several years ago, I guarantee this would not be a problem. Alas, the quality of our product has declined significantly in recent years. The only breeds capable or cultivated these days are common low-lying vines, which isn't to say that their grapes are of poor quality, only that we have known better. Long ago, the vignerons of Wineport crossbreed several species and produced a grape-bearing vine of never-before-seen quality. Bacchus grapes were once the pride of this town, as they were used to produce vintages which surpassed all others. This includes the most aromatic, the most complex, the most flavorful of all wines. Aye, the legendary Bacchus vines were born right here in Wineport. Part my enthusiasm. You see, I once had the privilege to sample that particular wine. It was an otherworldly experience. In that moment I felt as though I had tasted the nectar of the gods themselves. I transcended my mortal flesh and was one with all creation. But, as is all too often said, the calamity changed that. The Bacchus vineyards were completely destroyed, along with much of the existing stock of Bacchus wine. What little remains is closely guarded by its owners, for it can no longer be made. If we cannot convince Berglund to part with his wines, our next best option, as ridiculous as it sounds, is to find someone who has a bottle of Bacchus wine, and to offer them every gill we can spare. I've heard rumors that one of the vignerons tending the vineyards might have once owned a bottle. Perhaps you could start by speaking with them. Nobody does anything for themselves. Nobody. What? Do I have Bacchus wine? I wish. I never had the chance to try it myself. Sorry, friend, but you're a few years too late. Bacchus wine? Ah, don't remind me. Used to have a cellar filled with this stuff. Thought I could keep the wine safe from thieves and the elements. Never counted on a bloody primal blowing up my goddamn house. No luck, and most regrettable, but we had to try. Ah, but Bacchus wine would have been perfect for the occasion, though I must confess my certitude could be due in part to my personal history with the beverage. It is, after all, the very reason I decided to become a vintner. After Titan blinded me in our battle beneath Ogmoro, I fell into deep depression. It wasn't until I tasted Bacchus wine for the first time that I realized there was still so much I could experience, even in my condition. It helped me to find a new direction in life. It breaks my heart to think that wondrous ambrosia which once filled me with hope may be forever lost to us. I must say, this talk of Bacchus wine has made me rather nostalgic. Indeed, there is much I miss about my life with the company of heroes. For everything the captain has done for me, I could not bear to disappoint him. I have no fear. I swear that I shall find a suitable wine for the banquet, though I may need some time to think of a solution. In the meantime, there is a favor I would ask of you. 2 years ago, in the deepest depths of my despair, I stumbled across Vilbrand, a vagabond drunk. I suspect I was looking for a place to die, because I very nearly found one not too far from here. It was there that a man named Dress took me in and nursed me back to health. And it was he who gave me my first taste of Bacchus wine, which helped me to find my new calling. Though I am still a novice in the arts of winemaking, I would like him to know that I am pursuing my dream. This wine is my own original creation, and I would be most grateful if you delivered it to him in my stead. Dress sometimes works at the Raincatcher Gully docks. So perhaps Ritzgilt can tell you where to find him. That was weird. I tried to jump over that little thing and it went like, meep. Don't ask me what moop's supposed to mean. I'm not sure. Never mind. Okay, so speaking to Ritzgilt so that we can find Dressed. Dressed? Oh, you mean the hermit. I toss him a few gil when we need an extra pair of hands. Doesn't talk about himself, and I sure as hell don't ask. When a man's got a face with scars like that, you best leave well enough alone, I say. If you have a mind to find him, though, then head southwest to the 7th string. Severed string. I wonder why it's called that. I wonder why a lot of things in this world are called what they're called. This way, so it should be good. I keep slouching in the chair and then it's making me like out of center on the camera. I'm like, whoops. What do you want? Why? I didn't ask for this. Can't sleep. They won't let me sleep. Midges, the buzzing keeps me awake. I never wanted to hurt anyone. I won't fight. I don't want to fight. Please, make the buzzing stop. Make the midges go away. Doesn't sound like he's like properly in his right mind. Or he's just having major like anxiety issues. Let's look at my choke bow real quick. Oof, we are not gaining in experience very quickly. Which is understandable because because I'm over leveled. That's, oh well. Why I gotta find 5 of these things? Come on. Of course, he's staring right where I need it to go. Okay. I don't want to fight you. Okay, he turned around. There's probably some that, or maybe not. Okay, I'm not gonna take chances. Let's just kill this one. I don't want to fight this one. I don't need to. Okay. Dress, what is wrong with you? Drink the wine that I gave you. Shamani Lomani worked really hard on that wine. Okay. It's not so loud anymore. Did you do that? Thank you. You helped me. Even after what my comrades and I did to your country. We were on a reconnaissance mission when the Maelstrom caught us by surprise. We tried to escape, but no one else survived. I didn't ask for this, damn it. I'm not even Ghanaian. They conquered my lands just like they tried to conquer yours. I don't want to die in some blasted jungle halfway around the world. I just want to go home. I wish to thank Shamani for the wine. That was overly kind. Would you be willing to bear a gift back to him? Earlier today at Red Mantis Falls, I collected the sap from nearby palm trees. If placed in coconut shells and stored for a few bells' time, it makes for a fine wine, see? Should be ready now. I left 3 shells out there. Please take them to Shamani for me. I'm glad he's moved on with his life. I hope to one day do the same. Why does it have to be a fate right on top of my quest? At least I'm over leveled for it, so it doesn't affect me. Thank goodness. Palm wine. Okay. And back to Shamani Lamani. This food stuff really does take a long time, though. Most of my stream last night consisted of this, and I'm already an hour into my stream and I'm still working on it. It's wild. They really should have cut down on this. They cut down on a lot of other things, so why not this? It has been some time, Averstrom. What news do you have of Drest? Oh yes, I recall he did have some knowledge of winemaking. A simplistic but nevertheless effective method that utilizes the natural properties of palm sap. I shall have to enjoy this batch before it spoils. We're not so different, Drest and I. 2 men who have long struggled not to let our scars define us. I worry that he has been alone with his thoughts for far too long. Aye, it is past time I paid him a visit. Thank you for looking after him, Averstrom. By the gods. Averstrom, listen, I know you're eager to wash your hands of this wine business, but I've just discovered something extraordinary about Drest's palm wine. He sealed each coconut shell in a leaf which has a very distinct shape and unusual odor. I thought I was going mad at first, but now I'm certain. These are the leaves of a Balkis grapevine. Do you know what this means? Somewhere in Raincatcher Gully, the legendary vine still grows. If we could obtain a cutting, We could revive the Bacchus wine industry. We must know where Dress found these leaves. Here, take one back to him and see what he remembers. No, I gotta go. Oh my gosh, the next time I have to travel over here, I'm just teleporting, because I'm not doing this. Come on. It's way over there, though. Hi, Jungle Coral. Okay, Dress. Tell me where you found it. Okay. Oh, hello again. What is it? It's just a leaf, isn't it? I only chose it because it was pretty. Didn't know it was rare. Found them near the Juggernaut to the south, but I didn't see any grapevines. Saw fresh gobu tracks, though. Maybe the leaves came from the vines growing on the back of one such beast. If you go looking for it, please be careful. Some gubus are more territorial than others, and you may have to defend yourself. Alright. Gotta kill some big ol' monsters. Shesmu. Come for your head, Shesmu. Okay, so I gotta go back to Shamani Lamani. Just gonna teleport. Not doing it. Not walking. Too much walking. Not enough questing. I have 116,000 gil anyway. It's not like I'm dying for gil. What did Dress have to say, Everstrom? Tell me everything. Aha, I was right. This smell, this texture. I hold in my hands a Bacchus grapevine cutting. Now enough of this nonsense. I've heard talk of your discovery, and I refuse to believe that a common adventurer and a novice vintner could... 12 is my witness. It is a Bacchus grapevine. Whatever did you find this fantastic specimen? What? You would offer this to me? But why? There is none better positioned to reconstruct the Bacchus vineyards than you, Master Berglant. You have the resources, the knowledge, and the passion to do so. It would be selfish of me to keep this cutting. I never knew you cared so deeply about your craft. Thank you, good sir. I will not squander this gift. In just a few years' time, I swear that every tavern across Aosia will once again be clamoring for a cask of Wineport's legendary Bacchus wine. So you need... Wait. The shape of this bottle. The scent of this label. This couldn't possibly be... a 1547 Bacchus? But that's impossible. This vintage has not been seen since the years before the calamity. It was a crown jewel of my personal collection. For years I debated opening it, wondering if today or tomorrow would be the ideal time. But now I realize that it was never meant for me. It should be savored by the saviors of wineport, I say. He has made us an offer we cannot refuse. Master J.J. Ruju will find no finer wine. You have forever changed wineport, Averstrom. Thank you for your kindness and your generosity. Ah, but do not permit me to delay you any longer. Pray deliver the wine to Captain Westgate. Well, yes, I would very much like to drink it, but I am a patient man. I have faith that one day I shall have another opportunity to taste perfection. Okay, that's all it is. Let's be done with all of this nonsense. Fight Titan. That's why I named my stream what it is. Your prolonged absence was beginning to concern me. So what of the wine I asked you to bring? Is that 7 hells of 5047 Bacchus? Even I know how rare that is. I have to admit, I didn't think you had it in you. But congratulations, Averstrom. Thanks to you, this will be the most luxurious feast Costa del Sol has seen in years. Considering the lengths you went to, I hope our guests appreciate it. Speaking of which, your associate arrived a short while ago. She appears to be growing somewhat impatient. Perhaps you could tell her that the banquet is about to begin. Did I just get a... What did I just get? Is that a minion? Yeah, I think it is. It's a minion. Okay. It's like, that better not be a Gooboom out. Because, like, that'd be crazy. You have the look of a man who has been to the 7th hell and back. That a guest should be expected to supply the victuals for a banquet held in his own honor. And this while the shadow of Titan looms over us all, beggars belief. I can only applaud your stoicism. Had I been asked to endure such ignominy, I fear I should have accepted my lot with less grace. Lady Shola, Sir Place. A thousand pardons for this extreme discourtesy. I was wholly unaware of your true identity, sir. Had I known, I would never have permitted my man to subject you to such unspeakable ordeals. Come now, we must have sensed something was amiss. You didn't seriously think I would send you running the length and breadth of Eorzea for a banquet, did you? Spare him your mockery, Captain. Your intent was unclear to me until this moment. And unlike me, Averstrom has no knowledge of your traditions. Mayhap you would be so good as to enlighten him. Aye, that's fair. There's no sense hiding it any longer. We 5 were chosen by our brothers and sisters, and before the company of heroes disbanded, we each swore a solemn oath that any who would follow in our footsteps must be weighed and measured, not by their reputations, but by their deeds. Each man would judge these would-be god-slayers by his own criteria. If even one found him wanting, he would be rejected without a second thought. But if he proved himself worthy, we swore that we would do our utmost to support his cause. The world has been full of brave souls eager to give their lives for a righteous cause, but all too few capable of making a difference with their sacrifice. To send wave after wave of hapless adventurers into the jaws of a foe against whom they have no hope of victory is worse than futile. Titan is not one to be challenged lightly, and we will not be complicit in the deaths of the unworthy. which is why the five of you deigned to test Avastrom with such commendable thoroughness. Time well spent, I'm sure. But tell us, Captain, what is the assessment of you and your fellows? He's a brave one, that much is certain. He willingly walked into the midst of danger, despite my repeated warnings that it could cost him his life. His skill is undeniable. He stalked his prey as relentlessly as any child of the sands, and struck with precision when an opportunity presented itself. Too many adventurers these days care only for fortune and glory. Avastrom, however, is a kind and generous soul. I am certain he has no shortage of loyal allies who will gladly fight at his side. Wily Uplander is talented plans-maker, tricksy foe for mighty rockmen. I can only concur with my colleagues' assessments. We five of the company of heroes hereby judge you a worthy challenger. Cast down the Lord of Crags, Avastrom Blaze, and write a new chapter in the history of Eorzea. With the formalities out of the way, let the festivities begin. Summon the dancers, pour the wine. Eat, drink, and be merry, my friends, for today we celebrate the birth of a new legend. Avastrom plays Titan's Bane. Avastrom plays Titan's Bane. Speak with the bronze-skinned beauty. Alright, bronze-skinned beauty. What's up? Congratulations, sweetling. Now relax and enjoy the show. It's only just begun. Nah, I'd rather not. Let's eat. That looks like cream of wheat. They serve me cream of wheat. They just be like, here, have a feast. Cream of wheat. When you face the Lord of Crags, think not of Limsa, Eorzea, or anything beyond his chamber. Think only of the men and women by your side. Fight for them and they will fight for you. Remember that no great victory was ever achieved alone. Goodly Uplander must be facing mighty rockmen with clever fighty think. Gobby Flock cannot be coming to rescue this time. Ah, Avastrom, you brave fool. Promise me that when you meet Titan, you'll look him in the eye and tell him Landonus sends his regards. You are a veteran of countless battles, Avastrom, but this is but one more. Trust in your experience and you will prevail. You are blessed with the fortitude to rival the earth itself. Titan will struggle to break you, I think. Alright, Ishtola. Let's go. You are kind to indulge them, Avastrom. This banquet is as much for the company as it is for you, whatever they may claim. I do not deny that they mean well, but now is scarcely the time for celebration. Though they have all but pronounced you the victor, the battle with Titan has yet to begin. The hour has come for the good captain to make good on his promise. We must speak with him again. You must be eager to face Titan. As promised, we will show you the way. Travel to Bronze Lake in Upper Lenosha. There you will meet with Real, another man who once served with the company. To ensure that this knowledge does not fall into the wrong hands, he will remain in hiding until you have given the correct signal. Give me your map. You must whistle loudly at 3 locations I mark. Only then will he appear to meet you at this 4th location. I realize this may seem excessive now, but you will see that it is more than reasonable once you comprehend the risks inherent in our method. Okay. To Upper Lenosha. I do not have that. I have Outer Lenosha. So I will teleport there and then move downward to Upper Lenosha. There's 2 halves to Upper Lenosha, and I've been to Upper Lenosha, but I've only been on the half that doesn't have an aetheryte. So I have to go to the eastern half of Upper Lenosha. So I must ride my way over there. And then attune to an aetheryte. Oh no. There's... Oh, is it... It's in Iron Lake? Where's Iron Lake? Hold on. Nope. Iron Lake is... Oh gosh, where's Iron Lake? Oh, it's up north. Okay. I'm gonna go kill some grenades real quick. Saw that on my hunting log and I'm like, oh, no, I can't miss it. Oh, it's a level 41. Goodness. Oh, they're all level 41. But I'm also level 41, so... My chocobo should get some good experience for it. Yeah, 5,000 experience points. It's nice. This is great because, all of the quests leading up to Heavensward, the highest level for those quests is level 50, and I'm almost to level 50, so that's great. Then I won't have to worry about leveling for this class. When I reach Heavensward, I plan to switch to a different class entirely, so... I gotta kill one more. Very good. Alright, now we can just go straight to Upper Lenosha. It's really wild to me that I'm actually, like, this far along already. I would not have thought that I would already have a level 41 character on this, or level 1, class on this character already. That's almost half of all levels for this class. The maximum level cap right now is level 90. Well, as of Endwalker. Once I end up eventually purchasing Endwalker, then the level cap will be 90. But right now it's 80 for me. Oh, me attune this aetheryte like I said I was going to. Alright, we whistled at the 3 locations, so the person should show up over here. But where? Is he down here? Nope, doesn't look like it. Okay, how do I get over there? This is confusing. Not doing your baits. Looks like he would be in this place, but the door doesn't seem to open. Maybe I need to be... Nope. I don't know. Oh, it's way up there. How do you get up there? Oh. Maybe use the stairs that go upward. Greetings, mate. Might you be the one the captain said would come calling? I thought so. Pay attention now, cause I ain't explaining myself twice. Time for Titan. Years ago, when we was weighing up how to get to Titan, one of our scouts stumbled across this beastman aetheryte, see? What's that look for? Not familiar with them? He speaks of an unamplified aetheryte which has been claimed by a beast tribe. Lest you wonder, there is no fundamental difference between such aetherites and those which you have used on countless occasions, Avistrom. Oh, well, if it ain't the Charlayan lass. Welcome back. Forgive me for interrupting. I had planned to await your report, but I succumbed to curiosity. The tunnels beneath Ogamoro form a bewildering labyrinth that no outsider has ever fully explored. How the company of heroes managed to navigate it is a mystery I have long pondered. Ha, give us a bit of credit, love. We weren't daft enough to try going in the front. The kobolds are always digging new tunnels and filling the old ones with traps. One wrong step and the next thing you know you've got 100 tons of rock on your noggin. Suicide to even try, see? Funny thing was, the kobolds didn't seem to have no trouble finding their way around, and it was that got us thinking, I mean, Ugmaro mines are like a bleeding city, ain't they? And getting around the city that big would be a right pain in the ass if you didn't have an Aethernet, wouldn't it? So it stood to reason that the kobolds must have one, didn't it? Even if there were aetherite shards in the depths of Ogamoro, you would have needed to attune yourselves to them before you could identify their signatures within the life stream. Ah, well, that's where you're wrong, love. We had this Charlayan bloke to help us, see? Delivered us right into Titan's bedchamber, he did. I don't really know how he did it, but I do remember him saying it wasn't nothing any Charlayne scholar worth her salt could manage. Did he now? Locating a beacon in the absence of a known signature might be possible if the Aetherites in question happen to be... Oh, yes. But in order to guide a traveler to said beacon safely, a second party would be required. It is possible, in theory at least. Yet I cannot be certain until I try. Plainly, all will depend upon whether or not I am worth my salt. Oh, you are, lass. Don't you worry about that. Have a bit of faith in yourself. Why don't we all go to Zelma's Run and take a closer look at the Aetherite? It ain't far, though there should be a few kobolds blocking the way. Not you can't handle, mind. Okay, so Upper Lenosha... Oh wait, no. Okay, never mind. This is Upper Lenosha. I meant Outer Lenosha, but it's not there, so... Let's just go upwards to Zelma's Run. Zelma. It's an odd name. Zelma. Kobold Pitman. Oh, okay. Let's fight. Both just like walking into this enemy like, hey, wanna start something? So this is the Aetherite the Company of Heroes used to gain access to Titan's Sanctuary. It is as popularly most speculated. In its present state, this Aetherite signal will not be strong enough for our purposes. I may, however, be able to use my own energies to amplify it. Alas, the task will monopolize my attention for the duration. It seems you will have to proceed without me, Averstrom. I must needs remain here and supplement this beacon's power, lest you be denied your only path of escape. Fear not. I will summon the Maelstrom forces stationed nearby to protect us. With effort, it is possible that I may be able to stabilize the Aetherite signal and thereby join you, albeit belatedly. Until such time as I do so, you will be on your own. Now, let us see if I am worth my salt. I have located another beacon, one far below the mountain. Can only speculate as to what you will find there, so stint not in your preparation. Okay, let's see if I can do this with NPCs. I haven't done this in a while, so bear with me. It could be completely different than I remember, and I could just die right immediately as soon as it starts. We will see. Oops. Look, an overdweller. Yes, an invader from above. He uses our Aetherites against us. He has defiled Titan's sacred sanctuary. Trespass, violated, defiled. Overdwellers must leave. Overdwellers must fly. Brothers and sisters, fear him not. His fate shall be decided by the Lord of Crags. Hear me, Overdweller. You and your treacherous brethren must be held to account for the breaking of the covenant. You shall be first to face judgment, then Limsa and her oathbreakers. Liars, betrayers, oathbreakers. O great Father, Lord of Crags, Titan, we summon you. Titan, we summon you. O great Father, Lord of Crags, Titan, we summon you. Titan, we summon you. He has come, he has come. The Lord of Crags, Titan, is come. Overdweller, art thou deaf to their weeping? Thy vile kind coveteth ever the blessing of the land, and murdereth my children by the score, all in service to greed. Such sins are beyond pardon. Oh, but I am not the first to suffer thy defiance. Thou didst bring Ifrit though. Godless Overdweller, thy myriad heresies shall not go unpunished. Upon thee shall I wreak a terrible vengeance. Alright, let's do this, random NPCs. Son of man, murderers of my children. Alright. My hatred is unending, unyielding. Like we're good. If you don't defeat the heart in time, it's an instant hero. I mean, granted, you did a lot of damage to me anyway, but it didn't kill me. He used to encase people in stone. I don't think he's doing that anymore. So that's kind of cool. Oh wait, no, I think he's about to. Yeah, there it is. These will not help a little bit. Okay. Sweet. We took down Titan. The Lord of Crag's great father Titan has fallen. Another crystal to add to the repertoire. Got 4 out of 6. Almost there. Almost there. The crimes of the Overdwellers shall never be forgiven. Never be forgiven. No, no, never. 'Twas your kin who broke the covenant. We have acted only in defense of our lands. Cease your aggression, or never will there be peace. Until our dying breaths we shall defy you, deny, decry, defy. Now these are the readings one would expect of an icon. I've seen enough. We proceed as planned. Are you sure that is wise, my lord? Your curiosity is untested and unproven. We do not yet know its true capabilities. Then trust in mine, Retalton. My curiosity, as you so eloquently put it, would have bested Titan in the blink of an eye. Why, if there be truth to the legends, it could readily subjugate the whole of Eorzea given but a little while longer. Is that not so? It is. No greater single power has ever been conceived, much less realized. What you say may well be true, but while such devices may win battles, I do not believe that they will serve to change the course of this war. Oh, but they will. Have a little faith, my friend. I cannot endorse this course of action. Fool. And now he has a fourth. Fascinating. Carry on, Crystal Bearer. Far though you have come, your work is far from done. And not remain to mark his passing. Well, the Ascians are nothing if not elusive. It is of little wonder that they should cast advanced teleportation magics at will, but that they would choose to consort with the Empire. What common goal could they possibly share? I feared I might arrive too late, but I see you had the matter well in hand. I have taken measures to ensure that we are not pursued, yet I cannot say for how long they will hold. Take your leave while the kobolds are still in disarray. I will follow in on. There is something I must investigate before I depart. I will teleport you to the 8th Rise in Selma's Run, and we will rendezvous at Camp Bronze Lake. Agreed? Yay, we did it. Okay. Okay, so we're going back to Bronze Lake. I could just teleport over there, but it's close enough. I'm not gonna complain about it too much. I am relieved to see you well. But come, let us discuss our next step. Though word will already have reached Maelstrom Command, protocol requires that a representative of our order inform the High Commander of the mission's success. The honor is rightfully yours, Averstrom. Once again, I must commend you on a job well done. We shall speak again soon. Alright, that's back in Maelstrom, so Limsa. Limsa Luminsa. Alright, so we are going to Maelstrom Command. So, Aft Castle it is. Took my glasses off because, like, I don't know, barely, like, see my eyes because, like, the screen's glare is on my glasses, so. Yeah, you can see my face. I can still, like, see. I just, like, have better vision with it on. So. I get these things called ocular migraines. And, like, so that's why I wear glasses, mostly. It is good to see you, Private Blaze. Word of your triumph reached me some while ago, but I am pleased to have it personally confirmed. First Ifrit and now Titan. Truly, when I think of your achievements, I feel the loss of the Warriors of Light less keenly. And there can be no greater compliment than that. You and yours are heroes. Suffice it to say, we are glad to have a scion in our ranks. I shall relay the details of your report to the Admiral forthwith. Please send my regards to the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. Until next time, Private. Averstrom, this is Minfilia. Ishtola has informed me of your success. You have won a great victory for the people of Eorzea, one that shall not be forgotten. And what is more, both you and Ishtola emerged from Ogomoro unscathed. Why, Tartaru and the others seem as glad of that as they did of Titan's fall. You can look forward to a hero's welcome. We will be waiting for your return at the Waking Sands. There is much to discuss. Godspeed. Alright, so back to Minfilia. Use my special envelope, please. Was that screaming I heard? Not sure I want to know. Tataru's not here. Uh-oh. It's all dark. Gloomy. Can't interact with these people, they must be dead. Neuroxia. This one is glad. Looking one is safe.
We'll be awaiting your return at the Waking Sands. There is much to discuss. Godspeed. Thank heavens he is safe. Louisoix, do you see? Your light shines brightly in this one, and in time it will illuminate the realm once more. Oh!
Advance no further!
We have come for the one who slayed Ifrit and Titan. Bring him forth, or you shall know no mercy.
Confound it. Stay out of sight. I would leave a message with you. I surrender myself, on the condition you spare the innocents.
Conditions? There speaks the Supreme Sire. I'll grant you have courage, but you would be better served by armor.
Okay. Okay, babe.
Search all you will. The one you seek is not here.
So it would seem.
And yet you knew to look here. But how?
Hold that thought.
No!
Conditions of surrender denied.
Cease at once!
Have you not done enough?
Perhaps. Enough. We must away. Though we have not found our quarry, the High Priestess of the Scions should suffice for now. They say she also possesses the Echo. I cannot wait to hear her scream. I said enough! We leave. Bring the prisoners.
walking one Minfilia asked this one to in case walking one returned. This one was to say a church in eastern Thanalan. Walking one must claim sanctuary. This one tried to protect walking one Minfilia from Imperial ones. Forgive this one. Save.
That's sad. Can't dry bone. Yeah, that's sad. I don't like to see that self die. Alright, Saint Adama Landama. I know that place well. Well, sort of well. Is something troubling you, my son? You have the look of one who has endured great suffering. If there is anything I can do to help, anything at all, you need only ask. The wild roses. I see. You may speak freely here. We are all friends of the Scions. How could this have happened? And you are certain that Minfilia was among those taken by the Garleans? Let us pray no further harm comes to them. You may stay here for as long as you wish. 'Tis the least I can do for a friend of Minfilia's. I have known her since she was but a child. Well do I recall the day of our first meeting. I swore then to do everything in my power to support her, and I will gladly offer the self-same service to her brother and sister Scions. So please, no matter what you require, you need not hesitate to ask. Marquis, would you come here for a moment? Yes, father. If you require assistance, pray speak with Marquis. He is a trifle shy, but I assure you he means well. I should explain. Marquis is a survivor of the Battle of Cartano. Alas, his experiences took a terrible toll upon his mind. Had we not taken him into our care, he would surely have perished in the desert. Marquis, I want you to look after Averstrom, do you understand? Yes, father. Excuse me, Averstrom. Do you have a moment? It concerns this broken horror lodge, which was found in the pocket of a man brought here for burial. There is something familiar about it, but just what I cannot say. Perhaps if I tinker with the device, it will come to me. However, I lack the proper tools to do so. I would ask that you journey to Camp Drybone in my stead to obtain a ballpoint chisel and a pair of needle-nosed pincers. They are often used by goldsmiths, so perhaps they would be the best people to ask. Of course, I do not expect you to foot the bill. Here, take this coin purse. That should cover it. Alright, down to Camp Drybone. Get some tools from Marquis. Let him do his thing. So I think at this point it's basically I'm just here for shelter. So these quests might get a little boring. Sorry if they do, I'm not sure. A ballpoint chisel, you say? And a pair of needle-nosed pincers. Those things don't come cheap, you know. Balls. I mean, yes, that should be sufficient payment. Nice doing business with you. Have you brought the tools I requested? Something occurs to me. Please wait here for a moment. It was for naught. Though I repaired the device easily, the sensation that stirs within me remains a mystery. But how did I do it? His hands, my hands, they moved with a mind of their own, deftly manipulating the clockwork mechanisms. There was no doubt or uncertainty. I knew exactly what to do, as though I had performed the same motions countless times before. Pardon me, Averstrom. This was a mistake. Please give the horror lodge to Sister Lunid. The man who once owned it is currently in her care, and I think it best that it be returned to him. Good day to you, sir. Have you come to pay your respects to this man? Never before have I seen such a queer device. You say that it measures the passing of time. Mayhap they are more common in Garlemald. I am given to understand that its cities are filled with all manner of amazing technologies. Marquis said that it belonged to the deceased? Oh dear, you don't suppose that the owner might have been a Garlean spy? May behoove us to notify the authorities in Camp Drybone. But yeah, more importantly, how did Marquis manage to repair this device? I knew he had a talent for the trades, but this goes far beyond mending fences and thatching roofs. I recognize you now, Averstrom. Allow me to express my deepest condolences for those who lost their lives in the attack. I apologize if discussing this upsets you, but you should know that the bodies of your comrades are presently being removed from the Waking Sands and prepared for transport here. If you wish to leave this work to others, I understand. However, taking part might help you find closure. Right, back to the Waking Sands. I don't know if I don't know, they went to the Waking Sands looking for me, and everybody was like, no, he's not here, you're too late, haha. But like, so I feel like if the Garleans were smart, they would have left somebody there, you know, so that people weren't able to, I don't know, because eventually he was gonna come back, so. Yeah, you don't look like one of them church fellas. Not that I'll turn you away, no sir. As you can see, we've got a pile of unidentified bodies over yonder. No one's come to claim them, so off to the lich yard they go. Be thankful you don't have to go inside and see the carnage for yourself. 'Twas the stuff of nightmares, I tell you. Calms down, Imperials. Don't know what quarrel they had with these folks, and I sure as hell don't want to know. The sooner we put this behind us, the better. Say, so I've seen you around here before. Or do you just have one of them faces? Oh, never mind. Any road, there's a carriage come to haul the bodies in the lich yard out by the front gate. There's only 8 left to load up, but seeing as I'm exhausted from carrying all the others, I have a mind to leave the remainder to you. Might want to cover your nose while you work. Some of these folks are starting to turn.
All these dead people. So sad.
I can definitely see the target. Maybe I have to like, I don't know. The slow interacting. They just want you to like stare at the dead body for a while, I guess. What happened to the big fella? Oh, forget it. Just bring the next batch and toss him in the back. And like, they'll complain if you're rough. Aren't you a strong one? 4 in 1 trip. Reckon there's no need for me to lend you a hand with the rest then. The way the bodies are just kind of like hurled into the caravan is kind of weird and sad. Poor Neroxia. Come on, let's finish this before I die of old age. He's super disrespectful. Wait, hold on. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Should be all of them. Thanks for the help. I reckon it won't take too long to deliver all the corpses to the lich yard. Even so, you might want to hurry back and tell them all the work here is done.
Roxia. Bye. I love you.
Okay, back to Camp Drybone. It's kind of sad because these bodies weren't recovered. Like people didn't come for them, and the reason, you know, nobody came for Neroxia is because Neroxia's family is the Sylphs, and they don't leave their homeland. It was out of the It was not normal for Neuroxia to have left their homeland. So, sad. I see that you decided to heed my advice. I pray that in doing so you found some small measure of peace. The first carriage from Vesper Bay arrived not long ago, and we have begun preparing your comrades for burial. I had a hand in the initial rites, and I would like you to know that, for many, death came quickly. Rest assured that we will treat them with the utmost respect, and do everything we can to shepherd them to Thul's realm. Although we cannot perform rites for most of the Scions, there is one for whom we cannot accept. We would like you to return this one to her people, the Sylphs of Little Solace. It is only proper that she be given into the care of her friends and family, so that they may mourn her in accordance with Sylphic traditions. Yeah, that's what I was hoping for. Let's go take her to Little Solace and be sad. Let all the Sylphs be sad and everybody be sad. Alright, we're here.
This one is surprised to see Walking One in Little Solace. How can these ones assist Walking One? Neuroxia! But this one does not understand.
Comuxio.
This one has heard much wailing. This one would know what has caused such distress. Terrible news, Elder One. Awful news. Walking One has returned to Little Solace. But why? These ones have not requested further aid. Neuroxia. How did this happen? Explain everything to this one at once. So, not only Neuroxia, but many of Walking One's friends were lost as well. Neuroxia. Neuroxia went to Thanalan at the behest of this one. Walking One was with Neuroxia at the end. Tell this one that Neuroxia was brave. Tell this one that Neuroxia did not suffer. This one is glad to hear Walking One's words. Thank you for bringing Neuroxia home, Walking One. These ones also wish to thank Praying Ones. Tell Praying Ones these ones will remember this kindness. This one demands vengeance. Imperial Ones must pay. Imperial Ones must suffer. When the time comes for Walking Ones to face Imperial Ones, do not forget these ones. These ones would not have Neuroxia's death be for naught. These ones will fight.
Anger. Okay. Going back to Eluned.
I would ask how everyone's doing today, but there's nobody in my chat right now, so. We thank you for your service to the church and to the sylphs. You may pleased to know, in your absence, we interred the remaining scions in the Lich Yard. Perhaps you still wish to do more for your friends. If so, I would remind you that you have already done so much on their behalf. Please take a rest and set aside your burdens for now, Avistrom. Money. Okay. Marquis, what's up? Oh, I'm not imagining it, Avistrom. I know I'm being watched. This is different. Sinister. It is as if I am under observation. Feeling comes and goes, but I felt it when last I ventured outside. As I know I felt it. Will you look outside for me, please? It will only take a moment. He's probably being watched by a pupper. Or not. Somebody dangerous. Imperials are watching them. But why? Oh no, I don't have my chocobo out. You need experience, Lila. Oh, you know what? I forgot to pick up my class quest. Oh, come on. Alright, well. I'll go back there in a little bit. Maybe I'll just go back there whenever the quests end up coming, like, up to that level. You were attacked, weren't you? Are you unharmed? Thank the gods. I knew it. He was watching me. But why was he watching me? What did he want with me? Did he perhaps know something of my past? If only I could have asked him. No, I need to think. Please allow me a moment alone. Wait. Father Iliud must hear of this. Will you tell him for me? It's important. I think others may come for me again. Heavens forfend that such a thing should happen on holy ground. Do you have any idea who this man was? Did you notice anything distinctive about his garb or possessions? This is Garlean steel, which means the man who was watching Marquis was... Make haste to Camp Drybone at once. We must summon the immortal flames before more Imperials come.
I fondly hoped that I might be the first to speak with you. Would that I had been so fortunate. At ease, adventurer. I come not on behalf of the Empire. On the contrary, I mean to revive the scions of the Seventh Dawn. And to that end, I have come in search of a legend. The greatest engineer of our time, Master Sid Garland. I have come for you.
I fear you are mistaken, child. He is but a poor soul who bore witness to the horrors at Cartano. I beg of you, leave us in peace.
Wait, hear me, Cid? Eorzea needs you.
Cid, was it? Here. These belong to you. I thought you bore the mark of greatness. It seems that I was right. Our time together was all too brief, but it felt as though my son had returned to me. You have brought joy to an old man's life. But it is time for you to help those who truly need you.
Who are you? Alfino Leveilleur, at your service. As a scion of the Seventh Dawn, I stand against our primal and imperial foes, as my grandfather once did. 'Tis no secret what befell our order at the Waking Sands. Word has already spread across Eorzea. The repercussions are far greater than you realize. In the wake of the calamity, the three city-states focused their efforts solely on reconstruction, leaving the Scions to combat the primal threat unaided. And lo, we are all but destroyed. Yet even as the nations mourn our demise and abandon what little hope they have left, we cannot forsake our duty, now least of all. The Ixal have summoned Garuda once more, and she torments the people of Kurthus as we speak. Her appetite for destruction far exceeds that of other primals. Worse, in her present incarnation, our Baldessian colleagues believe she surpasses both Ifrit and Titan in strength. Yet, therein lies an opportunity. Were we somehow to defeat Garuda, it would serve as a warning to the other beast tribes that even their mightiest gods can be felled. If we are to face our foe, we must first circumvent the tempest that shields her sanctuary. And for that, we need an airship. Your airship, Cid.
I have an airship?
Yes, Cid, you do. Your very own airship. It was last seen in the skies over Gridania, not long before the calamity. So let us begin our search there.
An airship? My airship? Oh, wait.
Come, let us put an end to the primals. Together, we will show the world that the Scions are still a force to be reckoned with.
They need my airship. They need me.
Death begets death, especially in those places where privation is the sovereign. A corpse left unburied is as a rich field to Vilekin, where they may sow pestilence and water it with their miasma. Nowhere is the rule of privation so apparent as in Lost Hope. A man may die upon the roadside there and go unclaimed, for no ties bind these unhappy folk together except a common misfortune. Their homelands are no more. But as long as they live, some hope remains, and so we must thwart pestilence ere it begins. Will you deliver this repellent to that den of sorrow? Oh, that wasn't even a main story quest. I don't know why it had me pick that one up first. But, okay, let me do that. What a curious twist of fate that Master Sid Garland would at last be found within our church. It defies imagination. Beg your pardon, Avestrom. You wish to find his airship, yes? I know not how much truth there is to it, but there is a tale known as the final flight of the Enterprise, which grew popular in the wake of the Calamity, much like the great Gubu Wall of Ul'dah, states that the Enterprise flew northwest from Gridania towards Kurthis. If true, the airship would have passed through the North Shroud, likely over Fulgord Float, the closest settlement to Kurthis. Mayhap the Serpent Station there have records of the events that transpired that day. I had hoped you might rest from your journeys for a time, but I see that the world still has need of you and the Scions. Pray look after yourself and Sid, Avestrom. Okay, so let's get that other quest off of my journal right now, because I don't want it. Oh, abandon. Okay, this quest, Dishonor Before Death, is actually a quest to unlock another dungeon. I could go and pick that up real quick, but I'm not going to do the dungeon right now, but yeah, I'm going to go pick up my class quest, and then I'll go do that, and then I'll do the story quest, so. Costa del Sol. Back to the beach. My partner loves the beach. I'm kind of on the fence of the beach. I mean, it's usually really cold and then there's the sand. But I do like the look of the beach. It's nice to lay down on a towel at the beach. But it's also fun to get in the water. You just have to get used to it. Okay. To the class quest. I'm about to start, you know, they've been talking about Kurthis a lot. Kurthis is where the Dragoon class quests are going to be starting, and I'm going to do them as well in preparation for Heavensward. Hello again, my friend. It is quite obvious that you have been anything but idle in your training since we last met. Your progress is heartening to look upon, truly, but it also serves to remind me that each hour I spend poring over ancient texts is an hour not spent honing my skills. I fear my worth on the battlefield is diminishing by the day. Yet, I am certain that my studies of the Chronicles will yield something of use. In fact, just last night I discovered how the warriors of my tribe came to be shunned by the outside world. Upon witnessing my people's prowess with the axe, the armies of the city-states began to incorporate similar techniques into their own training regiments. These are the self-same techniques I have been instructing you in, Avestrom. Ones which call upon the inner beast. The consequences, of course, were dire. Yes, their soldiers became nigh on unstoppable, but they also became wholly uncontrollable, and both friend and foe fell prey to the ensuing carnage. Of course, the heads of the city-states laid the blame for these atrocities solely at the feet of my kind, prompting banning the ancient art and imprisoning anyone suspected of teaching it, or so the chronicles say. What I find hard to grasp, though, is that never once in my training did my brother hint at this dark history. Nor have I myself ever seen one of my tribe succumb to the raids that the chronicles describe. Could it be that the tales are mere falsehoods, stories concocted by some long-forgotten enemy who would poison our heritage and befoul our tribe's name? Who in their right mind would seek to sully something so pure, and why would my ancestors simply bow their heads and suffer such ignominy? That my people should be so weak, so utterly bereft of pride, is inexcusable. I refuse to believe it. It matters not if these claims are groundless. If they prompted my tribe's art to fade into obscurity, then the damage has already been done. Well, I, for one, will not turn a blind eye to this injustice. If none of my people will give the lie to the stories that have so tarnished our reputation, it shall have to be me. Oh, but once again I lose myself in history and forget the present. If you recall, I spoke to you of my former comrade from the company of heroes, and the great woolly beast we have been pursuing. The beast remains on the loose, and to toss ponds of salt on the wound, fell creatures that appear to be its minions have been wreaking havoc on the innocent residents of Wineport. Were you and I to succeed in quelling the threat, surely the people would see that warriors are no fearsome beasts, but valuable allies. Together, Avestrom, we will win back our proud name, and let us away to Wineport to meet with the captain of the militia. Okay. So that's gonna be in Wineport, so we'll just teleport over there, since I got that teleport the other day. Well, no, earlier, not the other day. I feel like my camera is just too high, because I kind of have to sit on my legs in this chair in order to like be in like normal range. But if I put it down below, it's going to be way too low. It's going to be like down here. So, I don't know. My friends, Wineport is much obliged for your aid. The fiends come relentlessly, and what few able-bodied men we have find themselves hopelessly overmatched. Indeed, the western gates have been so besieged that they are currently left without any man defense. Leave the defense to us, my good man. I will secure the western gate. Avestrom, you defend the town from the east. Together we will form a bulwark that not a single fiend can penetrate. Once the enemy has driven back, we will return to back up the captain. Go to Avestrom. Okay. Surveying, surveying, surveying. Okay. I hope that grass raptor right next to us doesn't join this battle. That'd be annoying. Oh, there's more. Okay. Yep, they're gonna join the battle. There we go. I don't know what this new skill is that I have. Holmgang. Gonna have to look into that. There you go. Any more? Oh, there is more. Okay. Okay. Alright, good. Okay, so let me check the skill. Brace yourself for an enemy onslaught, preventing most attacks from reducing your HP to less than 1. Oh, okay. Halts their movement with chains. Okay, that's interesting to know. Not very, versatile. Like, I don't really know, like, a lot of instances that I would use it in, but I can put it there. This is level. This is pretty high level, right? This is a 40 quest. Thank the 12 you're safe. We have needs of your skills yet. I just heard a scream, and I feared that one of the beasts might be loose within the village. Come with me. Whoa, okay.
You monster! Get away! Get away!
Monster? But Come no closer, Avistrom. I beg of you. I must return to the falls. Okay. Whatever has gotten into Curious George? 'Tis true that he fought like a man possessed, but to mistaken for the very beast he hunts, methinks the child's parents have been feeding her a few too many ghost stories for her own good. Worry not, friend. I shall speak to the villagers and clear up this most unfortunate misunderstanding. Do return to the falls and assure Curious George that Wineport is indebted to him for his aid. That's really funny. I didn't realize the name of this quest. I need to look at the names of quests more often, because, like, Curious George goes to Wineport. This sounds like the book of a... Sounds like the title of a Curious George book. Like, they knew what they were doing. Avistrom, please forgive me for leaving so abruptly earlier. It was a hasty reaction to a situation for which I was completely unprepared. While both you and I know that I was in complete control of my inner beast, I now realize that to the layman's eye, It may have seemed that, well, the opposite is true. Mayhap it was this very misapprehension that led way to the lies which led to my tribe's disgrace. And if that is the case, then perhaps I should return once more to the Chronicles and endeavor to reassess their message in light of this discovery. Speaking of light, your soul crystal, Everson. It sparkles. Does the soul of the warrior have aught to reveal to you? Any whispers of import? If only they hadn't forsaken me as they did my brother. Yes, well, I suppose that's that. I must continue my studies, and you your training. I hope to have something new for both of us very soon. Until then, my friend.
Mithril Tempest. Let's see what that is. Okay.
Mithril Tempest, right here, delivers an attack with a potency of 100 to all nearby enemies. What's this one then? This one's 110 to all nearby enemies. Combo action overpower. Oh, so it's a combo for... Oh, that's neat. Okay, great. It's a combo action for when you're like fighting multiple enemies at once. Well, that's wonderful. Okay. I need to figure out a new way to do this on my hotbar though. How about this? Switch this with this. I put this over here. And this one down here. That's fine right there. I can do that. Is there anything else I want to change? Yeah, let's move this over here. And then this right here. Perfect. Okay. Works. That works. Okay, so that's done with the class quest. So let's go do, let's go turn this in. Hi everybody. I'm really just trying to be on a roll with these class quests, just trying to get to like more epic stuff. This is Carter's Cry, a labyrinth of sand-ridden caverns. Can you hear that? That sound, like the woofing snort of a fire when a fire catches? That's the chimera. Not that I've seen it. Sure, go right on in, if you're that certain in your ability to make it out in one piece. Just don't expect me to go trotting in there after you, no matter how hard you wail and holler. Oh, you promised old Sybil the Stoic, did you? He's what's called a man of principle, he is. Little too much principle, I'd say. What's wrong with wanting to live when you're a wife at home, big with child? Aye, the tale goes that rather than facing the fate spun for him by Nemea, he hid behind the mangled bodies of his leader and watched as his companions were torn apart one by one. Also that he might return home to see his son born. Should he have died a hero rather than lived a coward? Was being able to see his son worth having the boy grow knowing his father was a craven, a disgrace to his friends and family? Should I ever find myself faced with a similar decision, would I have the courage to walk the righteous path? Now you know the reason I will never step into the cave. Ooh, those pants are awfully white. Okay. Now we travel to Fallgourd Float. For some reason, when I'm on that list of teleports, I always look at the first place first, and where it said like North Shroud, for instance, and then I don't pay attention to the second one. So when I'm like, okay, let's go to Fallgourd Float, and then I'm just like going through the list, and I'm like, oh, I don't see it, but then I have to go through it again to realize, oh, I'm looking at the wrong thing. Okay, here we go. Ethelmare. Is there aught I can assist you with, sir? The Enterprise. You speak of Master Garland's ship, yes? Well, I needn't refer to the records. I know that the airship was sighted overhead 5 years ago, clearly bound for Kurthis. What became of it after that, I cannot say. If you wish to know more, pray speak to Vortifo. I don't know. Vortifo. I'm not gonna say Vortifart. Vortifart, because that just sounds weird. I don't know how it's pronounced, but Vortifo at Florentel's Spire. He was on duty that day and saw it with his own eyes. I am unsure what it is you hope to accomplish, though. Even should you locate the ship, would you not need a man of Master Garland's caliber to fly it? I hear tell that the machinery is fiendishly complex. Vortifart. There's a character that is named like Harchifont or something, but like I used to call him Harchifart all the time. You have come in search of Vortifar. Then well met, for you have found him. Indeed, I have served as a whaler for many years, since before the great snows came to Kurthis. What exactly is this about? Oh, the final flight of the Enterprise. I do indeed remember that day. It was on the eve of the Battle of Kochnu, nigh on 5 years ago. I held the spire alone that night, while the bulk of our forces marched to meet the enemy in the field. Then all of a sudden, the most fantastic airship I had ever seen splits the sky overhead. I could only watch in shock as it disappeared over the mountains in the northwest. If the Enterprise wasn't destroyed during the calamity, I'd wager it's still somewhere in Kurthis. The Astrologians at the Observatorium may have records which could help, but to obtain them, you would need to deal with the Ishgardians who control the region. I wouldn't expect much, though. The high houses have long been concerned with their own affairs above all else. When Dalamud descended, they took shelter behind their gates, and even now they have little regard for the plights of other nations. Nevertheless, they may deign to assist you should you prove yourself useful. Consider providing services to the soldiers who guard the Observatorium. Though they may refuse you at first, I've little doubt they would accept aid freely offered. Okay, awesome. So, right now, the Observatorium is right next to one of the, like the starting location for the Dragoon quest. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the Lancer Guild. And like, as I said before, I've been like leveling other classes in the background, outside of my streams. I'm going to go to Gridania and pick up the level 30 Dragoon quest from Ewain. I don't know how to pronounce his name. From the Lancers Guild. Okay, Lancers Guild is somewhere else. There we go. This is exciting! Get to start, training on new things instead of just a marauder, right? Or the warrior now, I guess. I dare say you might be just the right man for the job. The guild has urgent need of a capable lancer for a mission beyond our nation's borders. Hear me out, if you will. I've received word from an Ishgardian friend to the effect that he requires our aid. I would have you go and provide that aid. As you may already know, due to her ongoing conflict with the dragons, Ishgard has kept her gates closed to outsiders for some time. The occasional dragoon on patrol duty is about all folks see these days. In spite of her self-imposed isolation, however, the Holy See has never failed to honor her obligations to allies. It is only fitting that we answer the call and lend what assistance we can. To this end, we offered to dispatch a contingent of wood dwellers with all haste, but were politely informed that they would not be welcome much for initial confusion. It was later explained that we are dealing with a matter of some sensitivity best handled by individuals who are capable and trustworthy, yet unbound by allegiance, and who fits that description save adventurers. Secrecy being paramount, I can provide no details as to the nature of the task. All you need to know will be revealed at the rendezvous point. Should you accept the mission, take yourself to the observatorium. A knight by the name of Sir Alberic will receive you upon arrival. Sweet. Okay, so going back to Fogwood Float, I'm gonna go ahead and stay a Lancer right this second. I wonder if I have new equipment that I can put on my Lancer. I will check that in just a second. Oh, but there is something to kill here. Let me see. Hunting Log, Proud Creek. Where is that? Oh, that's north of here. Okay, let me go over there real quick. Very good. Okay. These are also on the thing, but they're pretty high level. I wonder if I can do it with my chocobo. Let me see. I mean, I can try. Better wait for my health to get back up. There we go. Alright. My character sure is missing a lot, though. I'm not sure I would have survived that if it weren't for my second wind skill. Love it when I miss on a finishing move. It's just the best feeling, right? Maybe that's it? Yeah, that's it. Good. Got some good experience for my chocobo from that. Oh, these are also level 37. Jeez. Lila don't have the smarts to get out of AoEs, apparently. That's 2. Oh, they're down there too. Okay. We're right over here. Take care of you. I wonder if this has like positioning requirements. No, it doesn't. Okay. Found out while I was leveling the pugilist that like some skills like do a lot more damage if you're in certain positions around the enemy. Didn't even realize. Very good. Alright, wonderful. Let's get out of here, Lila. So, when you have like a smaller character versus like taller characters or bigger characters, like the size of your mounts is always dependent on the size of your character. So if you're a very tiny character, you'll have a very tiny chocobo. And like, so it's weird to me when I see like my mounts with my character. Like I'm always just like, they're so big. But like, it's because my my last playthrough of the game, I was playing as a Lalafell and the shortest type of Lalafell, so. Ooh, look at all this hunting log stuff. Let's focus on the class quest right this second. It's actually time for me to get off of my stream, but I'm gonna hang on just a little bit longer. Until my partner gets home, I would think, yeah. Ah, you must be the adventurer of whom you once sent word. Greetings and well met. I am Sir Alberic Bale, Knight of Ishgard. The Holy See is much obliged to you for your aid. Time being of the essence, I shall proceed straight to the heart of the matter. The Eye, an Ishgardian relic of immeasurable worth, has been stolen. and we have reason to believe the culprit has come this way. So it is that we ask your assistance in its recovery. The thief has been identified as a man named Estinian, a dragoon sworn to the service of the Holy See. Aye, you heard true. The crime was perpetrated by one of our own, an individual in a position of trust and no little honor. You may be assured that a fate worse than death awaits him upon capture. My duties to the sea afford me little opportunity to travel far beyond the walls of Ishgard. I must confess to a grave ignorance of recent Gridanian affairs. I was told that a sentry by the name of Logandenrel, I'm not sure, might have knowledge of routes off taken by Ishgardian fugitives. I'd prefer to keep my identity a secret, and thus would have you gather what information you can from the man. We must act quickly, for you see, Estinian is... But I've already said too much. What matters is that we find our thief and the eye with all haste. When last sighted, Estinian was clad in black armor. Now go and speak not a word of what I have told you to anyone.
Okay.
Routes favored by Ishgardian fugitives? Well, that's a question I don't hear every day. You aren't plotting some unsavory act yourself, are you? Even if you were, I doubt you'd make it far. Any road, we've caught a few fleeing to the North Shroud. But with Gridania being home to nearly as many Elizons as Ishgard, it is no easy task to identify outsiders. If you're on the hunt for someone, you could do worse than to visit Florentel's spire in the North Shroud and speak with a man named Idristan. If any suspicious persons have crossed the border in recent days, he'd be the first to know.
Okay, cool, but we are going to do our story quest while we're here. So let me switch back to Warrior. Ooh, Warrior has a lot of hunting stuff here too. We might be here for a little while.
Excuse me, can you repeat that? You wish to offer your services to House Durandar. And what, pray tell, do you wish to receive in exchange? Huh, how absurd. As if we would permit an outsider to peruse the records of the observatorium. Do not mistake our curiosity for friendliness. Or, our courtesy for friendliness. The Holy See of Ishgard may allow foreigners to travel freely within these lands, but we do not intend to offer succor to strangers.
That looks like it'd be good, but
nah, I'm gonna keep what I have and get some money. Hello, now for mercy, are you still here? You may take shelter within our walls if you insist, but do not distract me while I am on duty. We're stretched thin as it is. And when the hell's that knight I sent out on patrol? He should have returned ages ago. Perhaps I have a use for you after all. If you still wish to aid us, search the wilds to the west for my missing man. You'll know him by his uniform, that of House Durandar as is mine.
okay, so it's gonna take us this way. So let's look at the hunting log real quick. Dragonhead, 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 Providence Point, White Brim. Okay, Dragonhead, Providence Point, and White Brim. So it's all in those areas. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and just kill some stuff. No, you know what? No, I'm gonna do it. Okay. A Highland Gobu.
Oh, it sounds like my partner's home. Okay, well, then this is where I'm going to end the stream for right now. So, we are currently looking for Sid Garland's airship, and, working on Dragoon quests. So, that is where we are going to end things, and, thank you for watching. I will be back on later tonight, and I hope you enjoyed. Bye.